Greetings from the far side of the galaxy, I'm Furry, and I know I said you'd be getting an Anomaly Collapse video today, but it's my birthday this week, so I'll be damned if I'm putting any effort into a video. I've gotta kill like 10 minutes of your time, so let's just get right to it with our first entry on this tier list. Donkey Kong and his conky. Wait, can I say that? Because YouTube doesn't like it when you do like NSFW things in like the first 30 seconds. Am I gonna have to censor that? Future Fury here. The answer is yes, because I like that AdSense. I gotta say, I do like Bonanza a whole lot. It's like this weird smash 'em up game that kinda reminds me of Mario Odyssey. It was a bit more linear and, well, more like DK. The vibes are funky and the beats are fresh, and I get to dress Pauline and DK in dumb little outfits, so we're gonna put this guy in S tier. Next up, let's do XXL Woofia. I'm gonna be real here. I'm only doing this so I have an excuse to put them on the thumbnail. I need to convince you people to click on this video somehow. I will say, it is quite hard to record footage of these characters due to the art, if you know you know, so enjoy these half-body shots I had to quickly throw together. Starting with Choi Yu-yun. I was going to say it's hard to talk about him because he hasn't appeared in any stories or events because Liferunners hates us. But Liferunners didn't actually make this game, but I don't remember who did, so I'm just gonna say it's because Liferunners hates us anyway.
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
As a unit, I've gotta say he's probably one of the better things you can get as a beginner. He's not only the only legendary with an attack that can hit everyone, he's the only grass type DPS to begin with. He makes all those challenge floors with Mangs so much easier. And for that, I have to at least put him in A. Up next, we have Dalen, also known as the guy you use as a support until you get beer knocks. I gotta say, I don't really like him that much. He's not a bad character at all, but like at the same time, he's a literal milk cow if you know what I mean. At a certain point, I honestly think the game is just trying too hard to make a character people simp over, which is why I'm just gonna put him in B tier. Then we have Tiang Su Yi, who I'm just gonna go ahead and put in the spite tier. For those who don't know, XXL Woofia is a gacha game like Genshin Impact or whatever you play, meaning you have to gamble for the characters. And this piece of shit right here always ducked me, so fuck him. Make me waste all my goddamn time. Since I am making a video about it, I may as well advertise it here, like and subscribe BT dubs, by covering some characters from Anomaly Collapse. First, let's do Regal, this gray wolf right here, who I wish was way better than he was. His design is so cool, but he really struggles to not die, especially since he's supposed to get right in the thick of things and backstab enemies. And the final boss is also immune to that since you can't face its back at all, so I can only put him in like C tier at best. Next, we'll do that tiger from the thumbnail you really liked, the new DLC guy, Constance. Something police commissioner, something fuck the police, something I've said this joke enough that you should get it by now. He's actually fairly good, with a nice set of moves that swap out as you use them, making him super versatile. He's genuinely a top tier character with a top tier design, and even better, his DLC is free. For that, we put him in S. Let's wrap up this section on Anomaly Collapse with the reporter Verica, the black cat who's actually the GOAT. Seriously, she's the best character in this game and it's not even close. She carries her weight and the other characters with room to spare. She's not only capable of refilling armor for everyone, she's also capable of dealing big burst damage in 2 different ways on her own and with allies, making her the best support and DPS in the game at the same time. You get S tier, you funky little cat thing. You've carried my ass to victory too many times to go any lower. Who should we cover next? I know! Haru Itagaki. Now, some of you may be saying, that doesn't count. Haru Itagaki's like a real fucking person. That's not a furry. She wrote Beastars. She makes furries. To that I say, in her autobiography, she shows herself with a chicken head, so there. See? She's a furry. Are you gonna pull up a picture of her in real life and like tell me I'm wrong? I ain't got no other proof. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, she's great. I love her. Even her non-furry stuff like Sanda and Drip Drip is just so good. Her autobiography is genuinely one of the funniest things I've read because you can really tell she's the daughter of the guy who made Baki because she is just so odd. Like, did you know she has a thing for Santa? I'm not even making that up. She admitted to it in said autobiography. And the fact that she once skipped school to go watch Johnny Depp land in Japan. Or that she worked in a maid cafe. Haru Itagaki is an icon, and not only one of my favorite creatives, but one of my favorite people ever. we put her in S tier. And since we are talking about Paru, I might as well do Taika from her current manga, Taika no Rise. I honestly fuck with Taika a lot. He's a funny character that really is at the heart of the story, but I suppose that should be unsurprising considering it is his name in the title. The only problem with it is that there's no official translation, or unofficial one either. There's no group that's consistently putting out scans in English. I like Taika, I really do, but when less than a quarter of his manga has been translated, I can't really put him any higher than C. I just don't know enough about the guy. I do need to fill out some of the other ranks, so let's just throw Haru into the mix. I find that people give her way too much shit. She's not a bad character at all. She's not my favorite, but she's fine. In fact, she's more than fine. I actually like her. She's just as weird and apoplectic as Legosi, and that's what makes them such a good match. They're two young people who barely know how to deal with their situation, let alone the feelings they have. And for that, I've got to put her in B tier. When searching for the next character to put on this list, I was looking at what files I had lying around. And then I remembered I had like every furry in Disliked, so here's the part of the video I'm calling the Disliked section. Let's do Dalen, the most forgotten about character in Disliked's entire roster. Condemned to unimportance, irrelevance, and having a bad kit. There's just nothing going for this guy. I honestly should be putting him in Spite tier just because he's that useless, but I'm giving him pity and putting him in D. Oh, and here's a fun Disliked fact I'm including for no good reason. Did you know that some sprites are changed between the international version of the game and the specifically Chinese one? Dalen, for example, lost his chest tattoo and got some pretty cool chains. For the next one, let's do Gen Q. He's a super popular character, and I know for a fact my fanbase really loves the guy, and I can see why. He's basically just a leather daddy with a cool white tiger design, so you all know exactly where I'm placing him. That's right, he gets into the Spite tier, just to fuck with you guys. Next up, we've got Gen Q's best buddy, Javid. He's actually the reason I got back into Dislike to begin with. He's got a good design, sadly his event isn't exactly up to par. So we're, well, kind of vacillating between B or C tier. You know what, I'll just create a new tier in between the two. We'll call it B-C tier. Yeah, Javid gets B-C tier. Next up, we've got Tevor. He's small, he's adorable. Lilith once fucked up and gave this little fucker an atom bomb for a weapon and had to nerf him. We're gonna put him in S tier because I think he's cool. Finally, moving away from Dislike, let's talk about Rocket Raccoon, because I've actually been a fan of this guy for a while. Like, I bought that Rocket Raccoon and Groot omnibus from a while back. That's how much I like the guy, and it was before even the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie even came out. Rocket Raccoon has always been one of my favorite characters, so it's very surreal to find that he's, like, fairly popular now. He went from being one of the side characters in Guardians of the Galaxy, a B-tier team of Marvel's roster, to probably being one of, if not the most iconic member of that cast. Like, seriously, he's the one that's showing up everywhere. He was in fighting games, he's in the beat-em-up games, he's in the hero shooter games. The Guardians of the Galaxy got an entire video game to them, and he was like the main plot of the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie. At this point, the most surprising thing about Tokon isn't that it exists, but that Rocket Raccoon hasn't been revealed yet. I'm going all in on this weird little rat thing somehow getting into the game's base roster. He also gets into S tier. Now, before we wrap this video up, let's get to talking about Asamo characters, because it'd feel weird if I didn't talk about them at least a little bit. I don't have a list or anything, I'm literally just saying the first names that come to my head. Thinking what? It's a blue guy with the tongue, the Wolfman. Damn, maybe I should get a list. Not exactly Future Fury here, more like Fury after having decided to get off his ass and get a list. His name is Tendalos. I don't hate him, I don't love him, so I will put him in B tier. Then we'll do Inaba. I like him, he's a little bit newy rabbit. He gets A tier. How do you like our final tier list? It's amazing and perfect, I know, but I really need to get to doing the Patreon shoutouts. For our 3 stars, we have special thanks to Joran, Sky King 480, Somewhere Again, the Phase Over Child, Venomous, Harley 78, The Good Old Days, Andrew Stassi. For 4 stars, we have McCoydes and Audley, The Rock, and The Roll. And for our super duper special 5-star shoutouts, we have Hodari Lion, the prom night for Cupids. Thank you for watching, do be sure to like and subscribe. As always, I'm your host Fury, signing out.